Hey guys, this is Luke. This week's tip is going to be based off of your results that you should have received from your midpoint check-in. Hopefully you've built muscle and you've burnt fat, and those are good results to have. That's not always the case though. Other situations are you could go up, which means add muscle, add fat. You could go down, which is lose muscle, lose fat. Or you could go up-down, which is you could add fat and lose muscle, which is the worst case scenario. So that's what we're going to focus on this week, is those of you that might have lost muscle and also burnt and added more fat to your body, and which is not ideal, but sometimes it happens. Now this is the most frustrating one because chances are you're the person that's working your butt off, you're eating good, you're following a good nutrition plan, but the things just aren't happening the way you want them to. First thing we're going to focus on is nutrition. So if you are engaged in a program, you're working hard, you're doing weight training, and you're giving it 110%, you're pushing yourself beyond what you thought you could do. If that's you, then you really got to dial in your nutrition. Meaning, if you're not tracking on MyFitnessPal, spend a week and diligently track your calories. And chances are your calories are going to be lower than you need. And if you are not burning fat and you are not building muscle, chances are your body is not able to do that because of your caloric deficit. Your body has a hard time releasing fat for fuel if it doesn't have enough calories to support its metabolism. Same thing with muscle. Step 2 would be looking at what you can do different for exercise. If you are adding body fat and not building muscle, then you could have some movement patterns that aren't efficient. For example, if you have weak glutes, or if your brain has trouble firing your glutes, it's called glute amnesia, look it up, that could impair movement. And if your movement is impaired, your brain isn't firing the right muscles in the right pattern, and therefore you could be overworking muscles that aren't meant to be overworked. In the case of having underutilized glutes, you may be using more hip flexor and more lower back and more hamstrings, and not your bigger muscle groups that could really contribute to skeletal muscle mass. So talk to a coach and have them do a 5-point movement screen, and we can really start diving into movement and make sure that your movement is clean and efficient, and giving your body the best chance to put on muscle mass. Okay, now we're on to supplements. You can't out-supplement poor diet. So if you're not eating enough calories, the supplements you take aren't going to matter. Okay, a few things you can do for your supplements. Number 1, after you lift, not after you do cardio, but after you lift, make sure you're having liquid protein. Liquid protein gets absorbed much faster than, for example, a chicken breast or eggs after you lift. And so if you have been doing liquid protein, up that to either a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 carb to protein ratio after you lift. So if you're doing protein in liquid form, add a banana to it, or a serving of chocolate milk, and that'll give you more carbohydrates, more insulin to enhance your recovery. Making sure that you also do vitamins and a fish oil, just to make sure that your metabolism is getting all the ingredients it needs to be efficient and to get your metabolism to go in the right direction.
Hi, I have a joke for you. What is an apple's favorite exercise? Core. Anyway, we have our core. And what is our core? Our core is made up of about 20 muscles from your lower back, your stomach, your hips, and your abs are just a small portion. Why is core important? Your core is important because it helps provide balance and stability, keeping an upright posture, having a healthy back. And there are tons of ways to train your core. To start, just lifting anything in general is training your core. All of our big lifts we do at the gym all involve core work and strong core. And just like we talked about last week with your inner core and having that weight belt around you to stabilize those inner muscles, we're going to talk about the outer muscles today. And there are 3 main muscle groups in your outer core. One is your rectus abdominis, which is that 6-pack that everybody wants to have. Your internal and external obliques, which are these side muscles, these anti-rotational muscles. And then also your erector spinae, which is that long muscle that goes up your back. And there are lots of different things that we can do for ab work and core work, but today we'll just talk about a couple ways to help train. So one thing is, like I just said, your lifts, doing your deadlifts and even your squats, you have to maintain a strong core and all of that. One way to train core is to just remove a part of your body from the ground. If you're holding a plank and then you remove a portion of your body, like your foot, you're forcing your stomach to hold tighter. So you lift your leg up, you can lift an arm to remove from the ground, and all of that helps destabilize you, which forces your core to stay stronger. But suitcase carries are dead lifts from just one side where you're forced to not lean, you're forced to keep a strong core while you hold tight on something that's trying to throw you off balance. Ab rollouts, dead bugs, crunches with resistance. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Oh, man, Nate, you are stronger now. Tell me what's different.
I've been taking creatine.
You've been taking creatine. He's been taking creatine.
You know what?
He's been taking creatine.
You know what?
He's been taking creatine.
You know what creatine does?
Tell me, Nate, what is creatine and why do I need it?
Creatine helps form ATP from ADP. So it's fuel, helping fuel your muscles while you're working out. So you get stronger, more endurance, be able to lift.
So you take creatine.
Yeah.
I've taken creatine. He obviously beat me in arm wrestling, so I'm not on creatine right now. Looks like I better start taking it. Let's break it down. Should just anybody take creatine? Or
Okay.
what are your thoughts on that?
Not just everybody should take
Okay.
creatine. You need to have your diet and nutrition down on point.
Okay.
And then this, if you're having struggles gaining muscle after your diet is great,
Okay.
your exercise is great, then we can start adding supplements like creatine in to give you an extra boost. It's no miracle supplement.
If I'm building muscle consistently, do you think that would help me build more muscle, or what would you suggest? Like if my InBody Scan show me building muscle, what do you think I should do in that situation? Do I need to be concerned about that?
I think you can start taking it, but maybe just wait until you plateau.
Okay.
But I mean, an extra helper, it won't hurt.
Yeah.
It can only, maybe you'll gain even more muscle.
Okay, love it. All right, so get yourself some creatine if you're in a plateau, or if you want to make the most of your workouts. Best of 3.